Hey everybody, welcome back to Lost Gaming. Last time we just did a nice little short, easy episode where we took care of Goblin Tag and got Pyros and Mistral a little bit more leveled up and a little bit more equipped out. So this time we know that the only thing that we can do story-wise right now is the area from Mia's email where she told us to come alone. We tried going here, but it's locked out and we don't have enough virus cores to get in there. As you can see, this one is definitely a bit higher level than anything else that we've tried, but we're leveled up good, we've got very good equipment, we should be fine. Famous last words, but it shouldn't be too big of an issue.
Hi, I've been waiting for you. Actually, I'm also interested in your bracelet. Thanks for coming. I'm at the lowest level of the dungeon. You can make it here, can't you?
How do you know about data drain?
Well, it's hard to say.
So those of you who have played this game before, you already know what the big twist and reveal for her is. But for now, I'm just going to tease it for everybody else and just let you try to figure it out on your own. So as you can see, these enemies are a good bit stronger than what we've been dealing with before. They can take a good bit more hits. But in the end, they're not really too much of a threat. The only thing that's annoying about this is just because we're doing it alone. But it's another situation where we're actually in a good place to get Kite some level ups and make our main character a lot more safe. Because while you haven't really seen it yet, I have mentioned it on a couple of occasions, this game does get very unforgiving. And you want to take as many opportunities to get yourself leveled up and get yourself prepared as early as you can. In some of my old playthroughs, when I used to just play through this on my own for fun, I've maxed out my level, got some of the best equipment that you can get, and the game will still find ways to murder you mercilessly. It's just the way the game scales. That sometimes it just has an insane difficulty spike. Alright, so and you've also noticed it's kind of hard to see what color those treasure chests are. And I've kind of gotten myself poisoned and cursed a couple of times. Easy way to check that when you can't really see what color the treasure chests are in an area, just read it. When your cursor comes over it, you can just see exactly what it is and it'll tell you. And so I was charmed. If you are by yourself, you you just stand there. However, if you have a party beyond the control of yourself, you will start attacking your party members. The only way out of that is to use a restorative. But if you haven't given any to your teammates, then you wind up just being stuck attacking them until you break out of it on your own. Most of the time, not a big deal. But it can get out of hand pretty quickly, especially with some bosses that are capable of doing it. It's also one of the reasons that you want to try to keep, at the very least, your core team that you like the best at about the same level you are. That way, you don't have to worry about potentially one-shotting your teammates. As you can see, we've almost hit another level up. And since I'm pretty sure that this will be the only dungeon we'll be hitting this episode, I think it's worth our time just to go ahead and clear it out. Alright, so we finally got rid of that curse. I could have gotten rid of it with a restorative, but at the time I just didn't feel like it was worth it. Probably should have, just to make some of these fights go a little bit quicker with some skills. Since he can bring back monsters. Probably should have noticed that earlier and probably would have saved myself a lot of time and headache. But you know, that's one of the beauties of playing through without a script and without playing through ahead of time. You remember things as you play. And part of why I wanted to do this is I wanted to sort of let people experience the game in a way that they might not have ever experienced it before. Especially if you've never played it, I wanted you to be able to get a feel for how the game really works and what the story beats are, and just give you lots of different options in a game that a a lot of people haven't even heard of before. Which I really feel is just a great shame, because this game is just so good on so many levels. The GU series has definitely done the battle system a little bit better, but I do have to say that I really do like the way that skills and magic are linked to your equipment. It really makes every piece of equipment more valuable, and you have to look at it in more ways than just, is this weapon more powerful than the one that I was using? You have to ask yourself, is it worth switching to this one to lose this spell in exchange for this one? Do I need this spell for the dungeon that I'm going into? Do I need to be prepared for a certain type of enemy, so maybe I should use this weapon instead because it's got these... I mean, it gives a level of depth to your equipment that is something that's pretty unmatched in most games. I'm sure there are other games that do it, and some might even do it a little better.
Thank you for playing the world. This area is currently unstable and not functioning properly due to corrupted data configurations. Please return to the field immediately and gain...
So once again, got that message, and once again, just run right around him. Don't block the field, which they've already shown the ability that they can do. Don't block the door so you can't go through. No, just politely ask them to return to the field and gate out. It's not like real players in an MMO would just do that and just go right on back. I'm pretty happy that so far it looks like this dungeon is going to be pretty straightforward. And I mean, they wouldn't send you... Well, I said the difficulty curve is a little intense at times. They do usually try to be pretty fair in your progression for the story, that you're very rarely going to come across a field that is just so massively different than ones that you've run into before, level-wise. Most of the time, you'll see a nice, steady level progression like you do in most games. It's just sometimes, especially towards in-game, those level indicators aren't as accurate as you would like them to be. suppose since the doors are right here. And there's some treasures in them. Especially if I can find that antidote. Actually, I had. So there we go. Finally got rid of that poison. This is another one of those rooms I mentioned in an earlier episode. If you really find yourself in a position where you need some items, or if you're trying to farm the specific tradable items, in this case it's the well water for this field, this is a great room to do it. Let's move on to the next floor. Let's finish up. Really kind of want to data drain that enemy, but sometimes the protect break just doesn't pop up. But we'll probably see another one as we go down a little farther.
So, what do you think? Do you think the area is really corrupted? The truth is, for something to be born, something must break. The same applies to humans. Do you understand what I mean?
So just a little bit of philosophy thrown into the game, just to try to make you think a little bit. It's as you can see, this is a little bit more intense than the last time. Last time we had a full team and Pyros helping us against one of those. This time it's just us against a couple of, but ultimately, I mean, they're not really. And if you happen to have gotten a correct spell or correct scroll, they can be taken down really easy with some wood magic. That's the most aggravating data drain out of control you can receive, to me personally. It can never take you below 0, but it is just an annoyance. attention there. Through this door. Every so often the monster portals will be nice to you and give you a little bit of an easier fight. Enjoy it when you can get it, because the game isn't nice to you all the time.
You came here to find the secret of the bracelet, but you don't quite trust me. The world does not consist of only ones and zeros. It allows the existence of areas between yes and no. Humans are interesting, aren't they?
So very few of those in a dungeon. It's very nice when you see one, especially when you're just ready to move on through. And couldn't ask for an easier floor than that. And then this is, as you saw, we saw the purple smoke again. So we know that means there's a boss room up ahead. That's why I've decided to just stop in right here and just see if there's anything else I can scoop up right before we go in. Just to make sure I've got a little bit of an extra cushion. Just in case he hits a little harder than I expect, or has some magic to curse or poison me, just so that I don't have to waste time and just suck up and deal with that.
Go closer to that. Now.
So once again, we now see another corrupted monster. This one actually looks like currently it's using fire magic. So let's hit it with a ice magic spell. it's not really helping us out too much there. So instead, let's try. So yeah, that did a good bit more. But as you can see, it's kind of just a little tedious slog till you can finally get data drain going. I'm just gonna let this play out just because I'm gonna sync it. This could be a little bit dangerous, but we've also got our second virus core in. So I think you can see what the progression is going to be from here. Alright, so now we see that since we can do some damage again, he's got fire tolerance, so we could use an ice magic spell on him, really wear him down quick, but for creatures like this, I always enjoy getting the second protect break and data draining it again.
So that's the data drain. I've never seen it before.
What? What do you mean by that?
Are you angry? I just wanted to know the extent of your power. If you were too weak, there would be no point in teaching you how to hack the gates.
Hack gates?
You just drained a virus core. That talent comes in handy if you know what you're doing. Virus cores are the key to breaking through protective barriers. Of course, virus cores are useless to those who don't have the bracelet. I'll show you how to hack the gates. Come to the Chaos Gate. I enjoyed watching the data drain.
And so that's the end of the dungeon. Now we would get our little tutorial on how to hack the gates. We kind of already saw a little bit of it, but now they'll just go into a little more
add
detail.
us to your party. Right.
So we'll just go ahead and do this.
Enter the key. It should. You do. The keywords are Delta, Closed Oblivious Twin Hit.
So now with our 2 M cores,
See? You need virus cores to hack the gate. Check the gauge to see if you have all of the. After hacking the gate, the virus cores you once you've hacked a gate, that area will.
now you know she does mention something there that I really wish was revisited in the games. Once you hack the gate and open a field up that's been closed, any player can visit it. So what you have just done is opened a field that is known to be corrupted and dangerous, that was locked by the administration, that was posted on the forums, and is now open to anyone.
There must be some kind of secret in these protected
so yeah, just
areas.
let that sink in
That's
for
why
a
they
second.
lock it, right?
But for now, we're going to call this an episode, and I'll see you next time.